Hello, and welcome to the Carter 101. I'm your host, Coach Tina Lane. Happy New Year. Yes, it is 2017. Happy New Year to all our viewers. Today in the studio, I have the opportunity to have two awesome guests who's going to talk about their business. They're going to talk about creating vision boards and an action board to make their vision come to pass. So today in the studio, the first guest I have is the lovely Pamela Warner Allen. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. She is the CEO of Where to Go Boutique, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that. And I have Mr. Ty Lohman from Lohman Production. He's a playwright, and he's going to talk about his plays. He's also going to talk about his book because he's an author. He also owned several homes at a young age, so he's going to talk about the process of owning homes as well as foreclosure. Welcome, Ty.
Oh, thank you, Tina. I'm excited to be here.
Listen, finally,
Yes.
finally, I had the opportunity of talking to both of them. I said, listen, it's coming. We're going to do this. So, Where to Go Boutique. Tell me a little bit about Pam first. Where are you from? College education background, family background?
Okay, I am from Piscataway, New Jersey. I went to Middlesex College and I got my degree in fashion.
And you can tell by the ensemble here.
I started loving fashion. I started modeling at a young age, maybe 16, 15, and I just fell in love with fashion.
Wow.
Yeah.
At 15, 16, you were modeling.
Yes.
And what did you love about fashion?
It just makes me feel good. A new pair of shoes, a nice dress, put it together, hey.
So were you always fashionable as a young person? That's something you wanted to become? Or
No, I actually was shy.
You were shy?
Yes,
Wow.
I was shy because I was so thin. So my mom, she said, let me put you into modeling school. So she put me into Barbizon. I'm going way back here.
Yes.
And, I started learning how to walk. You put a book on your head and you learn how to do the little poses and everything. So I started doing that. And I just fell in love with it. And then I learned how to walk on the runway. I learned how to pose with cameras. So that was it. I was bit. That was it. Fashion bug.
Fashion bug.
Yes.
Okay. And from that, we're gonna come into Where to Go Boutique, how that was developed. But that was the beginning process.
Yes, that was my
the
beginning
process.
Yes.
Now I'm looking at your style. So tell me what's going on here because I'm loving the boots.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
This is all Where to Go. This is nice suede boots.
Okay.
And I have my little drop sleeve, bell sleeve dress, Where to Go. And even a necklace, I wore everything Where to Go today.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm loving it.
And in my boutique, I have a lot of one-of-a-kind items. I go from size 2 to 24. So sometimes I'll have something in size 12, sometimes I have something in size 6, and then sometimes I have small, medium, and large. So it depends because it's not a big space. So I do carry, different styles.
Okay. We're going to talk about how that vision came to pass.
Okay.
But next to you, we have Mr. Ty Lohman.
Yes.
I had the pleasure of meeting him through a mutual friend and also through you too, Nate.
Yes.
So hey, Nate, thank you for the guest today. Nate, she is the producer of I Ain't That Chick and also one of the producers of Chick Chat. So shout out to Nate. Ty, I want you to talk a little bit about your book, how you started. Give us a little bit about your background, about the book, who you are, and things of that nature.
Sure. Well, hello, audience. I am Ty Lohman. I'm the writer, producer, and director of Ty Lohman Productions. In the midst of doing plays, before that started, I actually owned several homes. I started owning homes by the age of 19. Right out of high school, I was up late one night watching these infomercials like you can be rich overnight, and in my mind it was just like I can be rich at the age of 20. I don't have to go to college, Well, as you know, that wasn't true. But anyway, I started owning homes, and I got the homes. I loved it, but the problem came in where I had to deal with tenants. So I had no life skills. I wasn't able to talk to people. I couldn't articulate my words. And then I went to a downward spiral of losing homes. So here I was by the age of 24. I had already filed bankruptcy 3 times. And I was embarrassed. I was ashamed of where my life was headed. And so what happened was I lost my homes. And I didn't want to talk to nobody about it. I was embarrassed about it, of course.
Okay.
But what would happen was I would have people call me and say, listen, I'm going through foreclosure. What was the process like? What did you feel like? How do you make it through this? So I found myself counseling people dealing with foreclosures. And then one day, one of my friends said, you know what, you should write a book about this, because really no one has the information how to mentally and emotionally overcome this but you. And so I was like, you know what, you're right. And so during that time, I started writing a book, and that's how it came about.
And what's the name of your book?
Oh, I'm sorry. The title of the book is Life After Foreclosure. You can pick this up online.
Show it that.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you could pick this up online. It is available on Amazon, and you can find it in Barnes and Noble. But this book would help people to overcome foreclosure emotionally and mentally. It's not get back on your feet and you can own 20 or 30 homes, but it can get you through the process.
Okay. And I like the fact that you said that you were able to get back up. You were able to move forward, and at an early age of 27, already owning how many homes?
I got up to 7.
7. Wow.
7 multifamilies. Yeah.
7 multifamilies. So, and you stated to me, was this part of the vision? Because we talked about vision board and creating vision. Did you have this part of your vision plan and one of your goals to become a homeowner and something that you were striving towards?
My goal at the time was actually to be the first Black Donald Trump, but I wanted to do it in humility. Okay, but at that time I really wanted to really dive into real estate. My goal was to own my first apartment building at the age of 28. I didn't get there, of course, but I was able to at least accomplish owning 7 homes.
7 homes. Awesome. Yeah. That's still a major accomplishment. Now, what's good to have both of you here, because both of you have talked to me about your visions and how you set out to even accomplish, write out your vision, make it plain, and accomplish that goal. Now, we have Where to Go Boutique. And Where to Go Boutique is a mobile fashion boutique by you.
Yes.
So how did you come up with the idea? And I'm going to show this right here, I guess, over here. Here we go. This is her boutique, everyone. It's in an RV. So this is a picture of the front of it. And then I'm going to turn it around. You have the back of it. And she's going to tell you everything that's inside and how she started it.
Okay. I wanted a brick and mortar. I wanted a store. And my niece in California, she said, in California, I see these trucks driving around and it's clothes inside of them. I said, really? She said, you should really try to do that. And I said, no, Jersey, we like malls, Jersey malls, so no one wants to go out, So she said, try it. I said, okay, I'll try it. Talked to my husband. He was retiring, so I said, what do you think? He said, okay, it's time. You can get your store, your boutique. So what we did, we started searching around. We looked at box trucks, the little box trucks. So I said, I don't want that. I want something where you have a couch, you have a restroom, you have a refrigerator, you have a stove, everything in there. So we found one in the price range that we were looking for, gutted everything out, had it wrapped, found vendors for clothing, and we just put it together. I mean, I owe everything to him, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even have this.
Now, how long did the process take?
About almost a year.
A year?
Almost a year.
1 year.
Yeah.
And did you have to go through getting different licenses to have an RV to travel with clothing in it?
Yes, you definitely have to have license to go out of state, if you're going to go out of state with it. But you need the proper insurance, because people come on your boutique, and if they fall, get sued. So you got to make sure you have liability insurance. You have to have regular insurance to drive around, but just make sure you have insurance. If anybody out there trying to do this, get insurance.
Okay. Now, inside the boutique, I noticed that we have different styles hanging. So what's inside? How do you set it up when someone walks inside your boutique to try on clothing?
Okay, you walk in. When you walk in, actually, there's an opening, and I have all the dress clothes right there as soon as you walk up the stairs. Then you walk over, you see the fitting room. And what I did, I took a calendar, and it had shoes on it. I cut the date off, and I made that wallpaper for the fitting room. And my husband, in the hospital, how they have the curtain that go around?
Yes.
He used that, so you have more space when you're in the fitting room. Then you go in, and the back wall is a shoe wall. and accessories, handbags. And then you have vintage clothes because I sell vintage clothes. And then we have a closet with new clothes. I mean, it's really set up very nice.
It sounds like it's great.
It really is. I have a couch.
A couch?
Uh-huh.
So I can sit. And,
Yeah, you can sit, and music.
Music. So I have coffee, tea.
Yeah, coffee, tea. No alcohol. I have alcohol.
So right now you're selling all female clothing.
All female.
Okay.
I'm looking into men's clothing too.
Looking into men's clothing. So how has it been so far? Have you been successful with traveling? Because you launched in what month?
April 24th.
Okay.
Yeah.
What,
and we've done
last
fashion
year?
show last year, and I started with a fashion show for the launch because you know, being a model, I know how to set it up, and we had a turnout of 100 people just getting the, you know, starting out, and I had my second fashion show in October. So now I'm looking to do the next one. I'm just looking for models, and you know, I'm starting a school to teach people how to model now. So it's a lot. It's doing great.
Fashion extraordinaire is what she is. Listen, everyone, I'm wearing one of her ensembles right here. This is the stylist.
Yes, I'm her stylist.
I'm a stylist. I'm wearing this. So explain the dress for everyone.
It's a sheer dress, and it has an underslip to it, and it has a V in the back. You can't see the back, but it's a beautiful dress, and it's affordable because this dress here is like $40 for the dress. And it's not, I sell really quality clothes. It's not, you don't see anything cheap or, you know, falling apart. Really nice clothes, and it looks beautiful on you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sister Ty. So
Yeah.
Ty, you know, you do it all. See, I always tell him he does it all because, you know, he's an author, but he's the man who's now producing a lot of plays. So I'm looking at him to be the, I don't like comparing people, but I say the next Tyler Perry if you wanted to, or go way back to Spike Lee, but we're going to see you.
I'll take that.
You'll
Yeah.
take that. You'll take that.
I'll take
Okay.
that.
Because you're going to be your
Absolutely.
own person, but I'm just saying, just where your aim is, even probably to go farther than where they have gone. So tell us a little bit of how you started to produce plays and transition rather from being the real estate mogul to production company.
Well, it's actually funny. Every time I tell this story, I kind of chuckle how it all came about. We were in church, and this was right around Christmas time.
You heard the word? I'm just joking.
But really, no. It actually came from a child. They were doing a Christmas play, and the kids hated it. Like, they just was sick of this play. And so I remember one of the kids, at the time I was teaching the young men of the youth, and this young guy came up to me. He's like, Brother Ty, I have a question for you. I was like, sure, what is it? He's like, can you do something? Like, can we do another play? They were like, we hate this play, but we can't tell the person that's running it because it was their mother.
Okay.
And I was just like, well, listen, I'm not stepping in between that. And it was like, just something. It's like, we've been doing the same play since I was born. So I actually went home and prayed about it, and God actually gave me an idea for a new play. And from that point on, that was my first play, and ever since then I've written about 12 plays since then.
12 plays.
Yeah.
So I know one of your plays is called The Church Wives. So you have a portfolio there.
Yeah. I think I lost the page where it was at. However, I'm not going to take too much time, but this is just one of the flyers for the play, Church Wives. And we performed this play at least 2 years now.
Okay.
And we actually have requests for us to come back different
Really?
churches. Oh, I'm sorry. We have requests to come back, so we're actually going on our 3rd year performing Church Wives. So I have that, and we have a couple other plays that's coming out this year, and I'm really, really excited about it.
Okay.
So I have a play titled "Take My
That's
Wife."
Take your wife?
Take my wife.
Take my wife.
Take my wife. This is
You
a
got to
play.
tell me about that. Ty.
Okay. Everybody laugh when I see
Yeah,
the title.
Take my wife.
This play is about a husband and wife, and the husband owns this large company. However, the husband and wife are totally bitter with each other. And what happens is the husband is dying from cancer, but he refused to leave anything for his wife, any money, anything. So his plan was, I'm going to find a man to fall in love with my wife